noodles laced with Southeast Asian spices, fried to a crisp. Here are some smoky flavors served up in my spicy curry noodles. Hi everyone, welcome back to Flavor Fridays. So good to have you here. I'm Cher, and let's get cracking with the ingredients. So first off, the chicken. Okay, here we've got some chicken thighs just cut into very thin slices, about 110 grams of that. That's 4 ounces for you guys working in ounces. I'm just going to season it with a tiny bit of salt as well as some sugar. That's a really sort of generous pinch of both at the same time. And then just to get going with the velveting, we're just going to get this tiny bit of cornstarch in there. So that's about a teaspoon of cornstarch, and then equal amount of water there. And then we're just going to give it a little bit of a massage, just to kind of coat the chicken in all of that cornstarch, and that's just going to help keep it really nice and moist when we're cooking it later on. So really get in there with your fingers and your hands. Nothing beats your hands when it comes to marinating or velveting. So there we go. Making sure everything is well coated. And then finally, as the last step, we're just going to go in with about a teaspoon of vegetable oil, just a neutral tasting vegetable oil. Just go in there. So the thing about velveting is by mixing the cornstarch with the water or the rice wine, you're actually creating a mixture that really kind of helps to wrap around the meat protein. That stops it from sticking too much in the wok along with the oil. It also helps to tenderize the meat a little bit more. So let's get cracking with the vegetables and all of that chopping. Let's go. And here I've got a carrot. I'm just going to finely julienne that, breaking it down into matchsticks. I also have a spring onion that I'm just going to finely slice on the bias, on the diagonal. I also have 3 Thai shallots here, and I'm just going to peel and finely chop them down, along with a clove of garlic. So onto the stir frying. It's a 2-part stir fry, so we're going to cook the chicken off first, get it out of the wok, and then follow with the rest of the ingredients. So a little bit of vegetable oil into a smoking hot wok. You definitely want a smoking wok for your stir fry. And straight in with the chicken pieces. We're just going to spread them out a little bit, just so that they might make nice contact in the wok. Just giving it about 20 to 30 seconds before I check if it's got a nice bit of color at the bottom of that pile of chicken. Oh, it smells amazing already. So you can see where the velveting has really worked here. So all the pieces of chicken are individual, they're not stuck together. None of the chicken is stuck to the bottom of that pan, and the chicken's just starting to get a nice crispy brown crust going. So the chicken only takes a few minutes to cook, and to avoid overcrowding the wok and making it too stewy, we are just going to take the chicken out and then carry on with the rest of the ingredients. So there's still quite a little bit of that chicken fat left in the wok, so I'm not going to bother adding in any more vegetable oil. So going straight in with the hardest ingredient, which would be our julienned carrots. So those go in first. I'm just going to get that stir fried. And the carrots have had about 30 seconds or so, and I'm just going to go in with some of the shallots as well as the garlic. And the garlic doesn't take very long, only about 20 to 30 seconds because they burn very quickly. And now I'm just going to tease my egg noodles, my fresh egg noodles, as they go in. So the thing about the wok toss is that it really helps to cool down the wok so that anything that's at the bottom of the wok doesn't actually burn, which is not a good thing, okay? So really just kind of a long toss forward and then a sharp pull back. So the noodles have softened, so I'm just gonna get some of the Chinese cabbage in there. And then kind of folding the vegetables through. So whilst the cabbage leaves are slowly wilting and settling into the dish, I'm also going to get in some of the spices for this dish. So here I've got about a tablespoon of curry powder, followed by about a teaspoon each of cumin. Oh, it smells lovely. And then the coriander goes in. And finally, just about a half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, just kind of give it a lovely saffrony color. And then we just walk away. So the reason for the spices is actually just kind of my own take on a stir-fried noodle, kind of influenced by the sort of the spice trade that's happened in Indonesia, and a lot of these spices are also commonly used in local Malaysian, Indonesian cookery. This is slightly reminiscent of a drier version of a mee rebus for me. So I definitely hope that you give this a try. So the noodles have settled in with the spices, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of moisture and also some of the other sauces in here. So some of the very common things that we get in there, Shaoxing rice wine, tiny bit of light soy sauce, just for that salt element, and then just to get a little bit of more color, we're just going to add in about a half a teaspoon of dark soy sauce, and then we're just going to give everything a really good mix. And now the chicken goes back into the wok, and then finally just some bean sprouts for the last sort of 20 to 30 seconds or so. You don't want to overcook the bean sprouts because we want to have a little bit of that crunch still left in them. Final garnish of some of the spring onions. If you like, you can also get some sliced chilies on there, whatever catches your fancy. And there you have it, that's my spicy curried egg noodles. Right, time for some tasting. So let's see how we did. Let's grab a little bit of that noodle and a little bit of that chicken as well. Yikes, this is always the scariest bit or the most exciting bit, no matter how you look at it. So here we go. Cheers, guys. Beautiful tender chicken. I can taste the cabbage. Still a bit of crunch with that carrot, so don't overcook it. And then the noodle is just really soft and it's got all of the flavors, all of the spices on it. This is what I call some spicy noodles. So thanks for watching, everyone. Also, don't forget to pop in the comment section below what sort of noodle dish you like from Southeast Asia. Egg noodles, rice noodles, what type of noodles, and how do you like them cooked? Let us know, and until the next time, I'll see you soon. Take care, bye-bye.